Okay, so welcome back. We are back where we left off last night, and this is lunchtime. I've got about a half an hour or so, and I can pull out this. So here we go. Let's get things back underway. We're unpaused. So what we were doing, we were going to get our military set up. What I need is a couple of armor stands. Did I ask to do them last night? I do need a bunch of armor stands. More, because it's American. I will just have them out of rock, actually. Doesn't particularly matter. I also need weapon stands as well. Weapon rack, that's the one. And I'll have 30 of those. So we'll get those up. And actually, I could do with that being promoted, so we'll increase the priority on that one a fair bit. In fact, we'll dump it up to the top. So, what's the plan? The plan is the barracks. I was going to put the armor stands in here, but what I'm actually going to do, I will put some stuff in there, but I'm also going to make an area probably directly above it as where they'll train. The reason I'm doing that is because you don't want them to get too used to caves, too sort of trodden into there, and you don't want them training inside the actual barracks itself. The guys want to sleep at some point. He'll probably complain, etc. This guy is never going to die, so he's something I need to deal with. Could do with like getting him out of there and putting him in, locking him away somewhere. At the moment he can stay, he's in there, he's locked away. He's completely harmless. That's the werebuffalo, by the way, in case you missed it in previous previous episodes of this wonderful Let's Play of Dwarf Fortress. Or, as a rather attractive girl just said, lol, you're playing Sims at lunchtime. Well, thanks. It's a bit more involved than that. Let's put it that way. And we're just going to place our coffins down there. So that's all our coffins used up as well that we had earlier on. Should have a bunch of tables by now. No, I haven't. I'm getting ahead of myself. The jobs, the managers are still all... they've all been validated, and they're all being done. The mechanisms are nearly ready. So there's also things... What the hell? Rith Morgusum's mutilated corpse. What's just happened? Here, here we go. So he's been found dead. We've got a vampire, ladies and gentlemen. Lith Morgusum was just found dead. That's all it's going to say. The surgeon is fighting. The werebuffalo punches the werebuffalo. Oh no. Oh no. Who opened that door? Oh no! This could be the potential downfall of the entire civilization as we know it. Someone's gone in there, haven't they? They have to have. We've got combat logs coming out. Oh god, it's this guy here. So he ended up killing. Glassmaker punches it. We're gonna have all sorts. This could be a complete clusterfuck. So, where is the actual werebuffalo guy? Did he die or where is he? We need to kill him. But if he's already, is that it there? No, that's a weasel. No such bloody luck. Anyone remember what he looked like? Shit! It was all going so well. Right, okay. Let's try and track him down. It's Attis Bithol. Let's click on you and let's zoom to your location. He's here. He's not here. Says he's there. Attis. 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 Where are you, Attis? He's not here. He's not here. There he is. You little bastard. What are we going to do about this? How are we going to deal with this? We need to lock him away. Some far away little hole, don't we? We need to drown him, do something with him. Fire zone him. I could burrow him away, couldn't I, for now? It's probably the best way I can think of doing it. I could burrow him into a corner here and wall him in. Let's give that a go. So we're going to add a new burrow. We're going to call this add citizens to the borough. It's Attis, this guy here. We're adding him to the borough. Okay, so he's in the borough. We're going to rename the borough. We'll name it to Werebeasts. I got a feeling there's going to be a few of these now. And we're going to put the borough there. There's our borough. And that is that. So let's go to our alerts and we're going to activate that borough. I think that enter restrictive to the borough. That should do that, I think. Whereabouts was the borough? Where was it? It was that one there. Okay, so it's this tree here. So what I'm going to try and do is wall the little bastard in. Not sure if this is going to work so well. It's fucking everyone going there. They're all going to the borough. Oh, now what's happened? Now what's happened? Their wagons bypassed. Your site is inaccessible. Why is my site inaccessible? Broker cannot access depot. Interesting. Something's happened there. Something's got blocked. Okay, we'll deal with that in a minute. We've got borough problems. Military alerts. We don't want everyone going there. We want stupid bloody idiots. Arrgh. What's going on? Active. Oh, that's it. Borough restrictions. That's what I need to do. So borough restrictions are now on. They'll all go back and do their thing eventually, and hopefully this Attis guy will walk over here, and we'll at least put him in an area. Why they stop there? Interrupted. Oh shit! The bed. Is he? Are they all scared of him now? I think they're all scared of him. I think they're all scared of this animal dissector. Well, there's another guy. Good job. Good job. The coffins are just nearby. Well, this episode's kind of gone to shit already. This is Dwarf Fortress right now. Oh no, they have come there. Why did it say it was in? It's probably because there was too many people crossing over the bridge at the time, so it's just saying, oh, the route's blocked. And they thought for some reason that it was broker can access the depot. Okay, so we'll get the broker up here. We'll see what sort of goods we got. Let's get away with selling stuff. We got any crafts? I don't think we've really got a great deal. Again, I've honestly not got a great deal I want to trade at the moment. I'm not a big trader. I don't know why. It's just never something I've really got into. Is this the Attis guy? No. Why is Attis not down here? I don't think he's quite listening to my burrowing. He's not that. I think everyone's just going through their job queue at the moment of what to do. Hopefully eventually we'll get some guy come down here and it will be the correct one. I can't think what he looks like. Yeah, it's the liaison. No. Where is Attis? Attis. Where's that pesky little bugger? There's the broker, there's the surgeon. Oh, god blimey. This is not what I had planned. Sorry about this, guys. This is definitely not what I had planned. They're back fighting. This guy is fighting. He's actually out hunting. Has he just been killed? No. Flying badger bolt strikes the animal dissector in the head, tearing the muscle. That is, the sector has been shot and killed. It has been killed. Well, that's one way of solving the problem. My hunters came down and fucking murdered him. So there he lies. We've lost 4 dwarfs in that little problem. The worry is of who else he's fucking bitten. So let's have a look, see if we can try and figure it out. Who else he may have had a go at. Olin was killed. We know that one. Oh, the manager was hit. Oh no, the manager attacks him with the secretary, jumps away. Then misses the manager. Bruises him. This is concerning. Oh, the manager died. It's less than ideal, isn't it? My manager died. We're going to make the expedition manager the new manager. Expedition leader, the new manager. That is a problem. So, hopefully we're not going to have any more werewolf issues. Things should get back to normal. Man, that really is put a crimper on things. But that is Dwarf Fortress. That is the fun, as people like to call it. So this was going to be my cloth area. I'm just going to dig out a bit more because I know I need more stone. I'm going to need more bedrooms shortly, and I've got to get the military up and running. That's an absolute goddamn given fact. So let's get the military to start with. Let's load this up. What we want is these 5 males down the bottom here. Wow, this guy's really pissed off, isn't he? I think he's the trader guy that's coming actually. So we want these guys here. These are going to be our military dudes. So I'm just going to actually pull this over to the side a moment so I can see what I'm going to be adding. So I want a military screen, and we're going to create the squad. I actually am going to change the military commander as well. So let's go to the military commander. Let's replace him. This guy that's been lording it for ages. It's going to be Domas. You are now the military commander. You are a peasant, and you are now in charge of my military. So let's create the squad. And first we'll create the uniform, which I have actually done off screen. So what I've done is change the metal armor here. So these are the uniforms. You can create one as well. But I've just said, fine, I'll allow metal armor. And you've got different options at the top here. You can add and remove. If you press enter on this, it will remove the item, which can be really annoying. Trust me. Metal armor, metal headgear, metal legwear, handwear, and footwear. The very basics of stuff. What I actually want is, where is the armor section? Armor, clothing, armor. Where are you? I want to make a bunch more armor. And there's a whole big list you can do with the armor. Where the hell is the armor tab? We're in Dwarf Fortress, aren't we? So it's minus the U. Forming the squad, equipping the squad, equipping your soldiers. I want the clothing, I want the armor. Why are you not letting me find the bloody armor? Select. Changing equipment. Oh good lord, how hard is this sodding site to navigate sometimes? Armor. Armor. Find me armor. Go. There we go. That's what I was after. So we've got the different types of armor that we can have on here. So all different types of things, the upper body, etc. There's also a sort of thing. Here we go. So it's different types of things you can wear. So you can have a helm, or you can have 6 hoods on. It's ridiculous. I think you can have them both on. Going through is like the rest of the body, most supplies give you a final setup of. Yeah, you can have ridiculous amounts of armor on. Different stacking type things. And I remember we used to have like a ton of cloaks. Yeah, so 3 cloaks, dresses, etc. There's a lot of weirdness to do about it, but I think we're going to, rather than cheese it, we're going to try and stay as simple as possible. So in our creation, we're going to make some headgear, some legwear, some handwear, footwear, etc. Just the simple stuff. Also, if you do look at the item, so say for example I've added battle axes here, and if you change to capital M, the material, you can see I've actually I had told it to do iron battle axes, which is what obviously hadn't changed it. And then you want wooden shields, and I want iron footwear, and we want iron handwear. So you can change it. At the moment it's just saying any metal material, but I want it as iron because that's what we're producing. You don't need to be quite so specific, but that's what we want. That's my metal armor. I want iron footwear. I've gone for a wooden shield because actually it's no different. Wooden shield to iron shield, no difference whatsoever. And again, you can just add the weapons, do capital W, etc. So that's our equipment, our uniform set out. So now we want the positions, I believe it is. Positions, yes. So now we're going to create a squad, and we're going to use that metal armor outfit that we've created. There's our commander we've put in there, and now I'm just going to add a few more guys in. So we want Domas Rovadosh, your number is up. We also want Dusim. These are all going to be at the bottom actually, because these are the newest migrant wave that's come along, which is where I'm adding this from. Iden will be at the bottom, and so all I'm doing is picking the 5 males that came in. Now I've importantly gone for males. Again, as I mentioned before, females will have babies mid-battle, etc., and that can cause problems. Let's put it that way. So we're just going to use those 5 for now. That's fine. I'm happy with that. They'll all go out and find out their armor, etc. Not axe dwarves, but they will be worked into it. This guy's actually a competent axe dwarf, but they're all going to become axe dwarfs. So let's go to their schedule. So what are we going to do with the schedule? This gets a little bit more complicated. So you can go through. They're going to be training all this time, but I'm actually going to assign them rooms at some point. I want to say sleep in barracks at will, sleep in barracks at need across the months. You could actually also change it so you can copy orders, etc. You can do all sorts of orders here. So you can see, give order. We can tell it to go to a certain burrow, which is what we're going to be using for our danger room shortly. So let's get that underway, and I'll show you. We can't do the danger room at once because frankly it's a long way off. I haven't got it built already or anything like that. So at the moment we're just going to tell them to train. So they're just going to tell them to sleep in barracks at need. So you can copy paste the order, say C, just like normal C, and then you can just go down and P, paste it. So you just paste the order down here. So I'm just telling them to sleep in the barracks. That's all I want them to do. And these are the months, by the way, the 12 months down here. These are your months across there. So not doing a great deal at the moment, but it is an army and it's the beginning works of it. So if you tell your then go down to here, which is where we've made this barracks. If you weren't sure how they made the barracks, I went over to the chest and you say make barracks armory, so you press R, you make it like a normal room, but this time I'm going to assign it, and actually I think it's already been assigned. I can see that the tool gods have been allowed, tool golds, sorry. Squad is Q, and yeah, there we go. And so we've now squad equipped, and the tool gods are now in here. So that's it. They've got the Q next to them, so they're good. So that is their barracks. So hopefully we should get a message shortly saying these guys have all become soldiers. I'm hoping. I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Why am I not seeing it? The tool gods. What are you doing, the tool gods? We need to make them active, don't we? Schedule. There you go. So now what I've done is pressed on S for the squad. It's around here somewhere. Where are you? I don't know, but it's S regardless. I don't know. I'm completely blind. There is squads S. Now you want A for the tool gods, A, and then you want to make the schedule active. So T. Now they are active and training. This is something a lot of people will miss. So now they should all become active and move to their rooms, etc. And let's go. Yay, we've got barracks. That's the problem. But why am I just getting something about creature? There we go. There's the noise that it makes. Anyway, these have all become now. For some reason they become marks dwarfs, etc. But he's a military commander. They're going to become axe dwarfs. That's the plan. Construction of wall. Creature occupying site. Must have been one of these down here, I guess. Pass. One of these. Pass. Oh, probably the wall down here. Yeah, it's the wall down there. the wall that I was building to bury my men, bury my werebeast in. I still might need that, to be fair. So that is our training sort of setup. So that's a very, very rough guide of military. If you're unsure what I did, I'll be adding more to it as I go. So don't worry if you kind of didn't quite catch it all. Create a squad appointed by this leader. That's fine. Yeah. So they're all set up. I haven't set up a burrow yet. What I could do for that, let's set a burrow here. It's going to be a new burrow, and we're going to call it. Name it, and it's going to be danger room, and I'm going to set the burrow up, and it is purely going to be those 3 squares, and that is the burrow. So that's going to be the danger room, and it's called the danger room because it's going to have a lot of spikes in it. It's going to be a very dangerous place, and that is why I am making wooden training spears down there, and I've made a load of mechanisms. But until I get those wooden training spears done, there's no point doing anything. Why has that decided to just Alt-Tab? Don't know. So we're back to normal. So let's have a look. You can see the wild boars are fine. I seem to have lost sound sense. That's why. I wonder why it gone quiet. I guess that must have crashed. That's probably what. There we go. I was wondering why it went very quiet. It was just me talking. So we have opened up the land. You can see where the land it's starting to cover over now. That's all hunky-dory. The overall plan for that was to make it a
There's nothing more to catch.
A graveyard of some form, but at the moment I'm quite happy to leave them open like that. I could cover them over now because they've got enough spread in them. An animal has grown to become a stray yak bull.
With an idea is a very dangerous thing.
Okay, we've got a mood. He's withdrawn from society. Where is that man going? So we need to keep an eye.
Claim this workshop in the name of invention.
So he's took the Crafts Dwarf's workshop, and he is going to get stuff. This is the danger is when he doesn't move. Yeah, so he's got a bit of bone, and he's beginning construction. That works for me. That's all he wanted. He wanted a good boning, as do we all. I'm amazed how little I've actually created in my goods area there, whereas my furniture storage is pretty much full, isn't it? Why are people slowing down? I've got a lot of chests there now. Let's get the chests placed. B and H is containers. We want the coffers. Why? It's so annoying that it also always puts that bag at the start. I don't want to use the bag. Okay, so that's those all placed. Let's go down to the floors. We can start putting coffers in here as well, because not beds, we want coffers. Because your dwarves want coffers in their rooms, and when they eventually get doors, they'll be happy and they're going to have a nice little room. It'll increase the happiness levels, etc. And then you want a cabinet as well for them all as well. We'll get those out in a minute as well. I think I might have already ordered them. I'm trying to remember what I did last night now. So these are all the cabinets we're throwing out into the rooms. So all I do for every room is a bed, a coffer, and a cabinet. Coffer is a big drawer. Cabinets, yes, I did order the cabinets. That's going to keep some of the idlers busy. Okay, rock pot's been completed. I'm going to do a bunch more rock pots because I always need more rock pots. That should be something I probably just have on repeat. Hello, we've frozen over. Let's dig this out. Get the channel going. Remember what we did before? Channel that out. Here comes the miner. Only do this while it's frozen. Otherwise, if you don't get frozen land, then you have to do other ways of doing it.
I finished the artifact.
It's created a pond turtle shell toy axe. And, more importantly, because it was withdrawn from society, he's just become a legendary bone carver. So if we pull this into place and we read this, we go down to the bone carver tab, which is somewhere around here. We can see that this guy is now a legendary bone carver. So yeah, you are going to be doing that from now on, son. He will be my only bone carver, in fact. I think it's safe to say he'll be the only man doing. Oh, go on, we'll keep them on. Okay. So what was I doing before I was interrupted? Right. Okay, so we're digging this out. So we also want to and remove the upslopes. Not that it seemed to give the slightest bit of shit to the guy that came along earlier, did it? He didn't seem to care. He just went straight through my place like it didn't really bloody matter whether there was upslopes or not. The Werebeast when he came along originally. Okay, smelt cast. Need more casterite. So I've run out of casterite now. And why did that not remove them slopes? Don't know. Oh no. Just told it to channel there, didn't I? Why did I tell it to channel? Remove designation. I want to remove the upstairs. That's what I want to do. There we go. So that's sorted that out. So we're going to want some walls along there as well. But for now, we're going to continue on our defences. Where's the granite gone? I'm getting low on granite again. I'm going to need digging out down that bottom. This is why I'm just digging for the sake of digging at the moment, because I want this granite and I want it to all add up. So let's go down to our smelting area. So we ran out of whatever we were smelting there, so we could go back and start doing something else. We could smelt magnetite. Could use the make billion bars. Let's do bismuth. Let's get that going. Smelt that down. That's a really ominous sound. Oh, that's the merchants leaving. We'll be leaving soon. Did I even do anything with these guys? Let's have a trade. Let's have a look. What do we got? Finished goods. A load of stuff in there. There's a load of clothes in there actually. I don't want to trade that. I only want to trade this crap off that I've built. Like this scepter, this crown. I've really not made a great deal of... This is actually unusual for me. This is something I normally do. I normally shit out a lot of rock crafts. I was saying that. I seem to have a lot, but not that it's worth a great deal. Okay, 1,442 we've got to trade. So this is the value you've got to trade. And then we can trade with whatever over here. So what should we get? What do we need? We've not got too long to do it in either. More case of my time than anything. We're making iron weapons, so we don't need any more iron weapons, honestly. We could do with straight steel or stuff like that, or fluxstone or something like that. Steel crossbows, could get that. Steel crossbows, very nice item. We could trade for that. Iron pick, no need for any of that. Steel high boot, that's a nice bit of armour, isn't it? I wonder if I could trade for that. I don't think they'd allow that, surely. A single steel high boot. Does that seem excessive, doing all of that just for one little single steel high boot? Considering I've told my armour to be iron as well, it does seem a little excessive, doesn't it? Let's get a bunch of cloth. Should we get some cloth? We're going to make cloth. Shouldn't really get cloth. Could get a bunch of leather. Yeah, we'll get some of that donkey leather. That's only 60. In fact, yeah, let's get a load of this. Oh, that's actually worth a lot more than that. The leather's not worth bugger all. That's a load of silk. We could do a load of silk. Silk tends to be something that people crave at one point. I think I'll get the silk. That'll do. And maybe a couple of seeds or something. So a load of cloth. Loads of cloth, loads of cloth, loads of cloth, loads of cloth. Leather, cloth, cloth, leather, cloth, silk. And more leather. That's only worth 70. I'm just going to see how good my guy is here as well. Chances are he probably won't trade this, because I've not really traded a great deal of anything. So they don't tend to trade anywhere near the actual real value. I don't need an anvil. I can make another one of those. Don't need any food. I've got swimming in food at the moment. Clothes, actual trousers, etc. Goat's cheese. Yeah, they haven't really got a lot. I'm going to trade that. There we go. So there we go. They'll be happy about that. A trader is no longer requested, and we should move goods from here. There we go. Oops. Pause the thing. There we go. We're all back to normal. This guy's creating a masterpiece. This is the bone worker, by the way. See, because he's a legendary bone worker, now whenever I asked him to do bone tasks, he's just like, boom. And also, this is about the pathing that I was talking about. You can see they're passing over straight away over the water now. This is going to be very dangerous. This is going to be very dangerous. In fact, it could well get some dwarves killed, which is going to be a problem. The problem relates... How am I going to get around that water? What am I going to do with this water? Can I dig? Yes, I can. This would be very good. Oh, am I going to get time to do this? Okay, I want to channel out that there. And I want to build a wall there quickly. Jesus, am I going to get time to do this? Do you think it's... I think this is asking a bit too much. I need to like suspend all wall actions. And now I want to go down. I want to build a wall there. Do you reckon I can get away with this? I don't care actually of what material gets used. I'm not going to use iron bars. I've got 99 iron bars. That's pretty fucking good, isn't it? Siltstone will do. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, siltstone will do. I just need this built really quick. Like high priority building. In fact, so much so, I'm just going to go on here and get one of these guys as masons and stone detailers. I can't remember if it's mason or stone detailing does it. Understand a postcard, guys? I need these walls completing like now. Commit. Because I want to get this done before the water unfreezes. I'm not sure how long I've got. Come on, guys. Come on. Be quick about this. Be quick. I think he's doing that one there.
I can't do it. No, it won't work.
Creature occupying the site. Shit. Glacial slope upwards. Is that because I've got that there? Remove the stairs, the up ramp. Maybe.
Sorry, sir, I can't do that there.
I can't do it.
No, I can't
You
do
can't
it.
do that there.
Okay, he's just removed the slope, hasn't he? Said. So he's removed that, I think. If I query over it now. Yes, just that. Okay, so now I need to unsuspend these. I think they can build it now. Come on.
Yes, I'll do it. Way.
Fuck it. Why are they not doing it? Suspended construction. The creature occupying the site. Because it's a murky pool. Murky pool slope.
Yes, I'll do that there. No, it won't work. I won't do it.
I'm just trying this out, so apologies I'm not talking because I'm trying to do this so quick and it'll be quite technical to get it working. Why when you're not work now? I wonder if I've got to dig that bit out as well. So now that this is saying it's a murky pool, and that bit is just saying it's a loam wall, but that's still saying it's a murky pool there. Now they're all stood on each other. And they're all going to say, I can't do it. You bunch of fuckers! we do there? Answers on a postcard, guys. I'm going to have to stop it there. What I need to do, and I need to do it really quickly, is I was trying to get that so it was walled off. So what you can see is obviously so I can wall this off and have this lake separate from this channel. What I should have done is dug around it instead, but I haven't. Now I can't really fill it in. The other option is... No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is floodgates there? What floodgates do instead, which I haven't got floodgates. I'd never be able to knock them out in time. Rock floodgate. Need 5 of those. And then I need to send it to the top, max priority. I don't think I'd ever get them built in time though. Okay, answers on the postcards, guys. Answers on the bottom of YouTube, etc. What can I do? I want to get a wall here, and I don't think it's going to be quick enough because I've already dug this out and this out, so it's just going to flood straight in. I think that's kind of gone kaput. In which case, I'll just have to floor over this area, which is fine. I can floor over it and then just carry on. It'll just mean that water will be underneath there. I'm not that worried about that, and I'll just build the wall around there. It's kind of just something I wanted to do. Also, I need to channel out this frozen area. You can see they're all starting to walk over it now. That's going to become a problem, mainly for the fact that these guys will die. They'll fall in the water, which is a problem. I don't want my little dwarfies to die, and I'll call that there. So that's it for the Let's Play today. I'll be back probably around about this evening. In fact, I'll do it before I go to the gym. Why not? So I'll see you guys shortly.